Hey, what is up, guys? It's Justin here, and welcome to another episode of Should You Pull? Alright, so we all know that we are gonna receive a new banner today. It's the Final Fantasy Tactics banner. This banner is really quite shitty in a sense that they are giving us so many units in one banner. As you can see, we are receiving four stars, it being Agrias, Orlandu, Orran, and Gaffgarion. And then we've got two 5 stars, Mercenary, Ramza, and Knight Delita. And then we got a 3 star, Alma. Alma is not really much, so there's not much to go around talking about her in this review. She's just gonna be like, the unit that you get a lot of, and then you combine together for her TM, and her TM is actually pretty good. I believe Alma is rocking this Lordly robe. I believe this is Alma's TM. It gives you 35 magic, 45 defense, as well as 35 spirit. It's a robe. So if you guys happen to need a robe, Alma is gonna be there for you. And then there's auto protect and auto shell as well. It's a robe. It's one of the better robes in the game. Aside from Marie's rainbow robe. So that is Alma's TM. Alright, so aside from that, I just want to go through the banner character by character. Hopefully I'll go through the 4-star ones pretty quickly, because they aren't really very game changing as compared to, let's say, Riku and whatnot. So before that, I just want to show you guys the latest in-game items that we received. We received a summer sale bundle, which is really very, very worth it. You should totally get this. You have 7 days worth of summer sale bundles, which means you are going to spend about 2.1k lapis. So all the lapis we've been saving up on all the dailies, the 250 daily lapis. I believe that 250 daily lapis, for 50 lapis more, you get 2 summon tickets, a star quartz, as well as a magic key. Alright, there we go. This is a definite must buy, guys. Must buy. So next thing is the crystallized ticket. This one, I feel that it's a must buy as well for me. For people who have a lack of lapis, do watch out your spending on this. Maybe you can go ahead and get the more needed giant crest when it comes out. Like today, it's the support giant crest, so it's very important that you get the support one, maybe the power one. So basically, the most important ones are the support, the power, the black, and perhaps the white one, if the tech crest, if I'm not wrong. If you guys wanna grab that, but the most important 3 is support, power, as well as black, in my opinion. So you're spending 100 lapis more to get a support giant crest, which I think is pretty worth it. I'm also getting this every day on my free-to-play account. So we've got I think this crystallized ticket is gonna end pretty soon, I think. Yeah, so grab it while you still can, and you get the hot tickets. So tickets are always very good because you can choose when to pull and when not to pull, unlike dailies, whereby you only get one chance a day. So yeah, that's that. Aside from that, oh yes, we also get 100 lapis every day now. So do remember to go ahead and complete all your quests. Instead of the usual 50, we get 100 lapis. So awesome. Alright, so with that out of the way, let me just show you guys my Trust Mastery team. It's quite low for now because I just refreshed everything. So yeah, and you guys may have seen my Orlandu on my friends list. It was actually up for a while for the robot trial Agrias, but after a while I think people preferred Frevia. So yeah, I swapped it out to the 1k plus. I think this is the highest I can reach, unless I get the grappling weapons material to use the Agrias's arm. But anyways, that aside, let's move on to the banner review. Alright, so the banner review, I'm going to go through it in this as you can see down below. Go through the stats, and then after that equipment, followed by limit burst, skills, and then the verdict of the unit. And then at the end of it all, I will come up with a conclusion as to whether should you pull, which defines which is the name of the episode. Alright, so first and foremost we get Mercenary Ramza here. I will not go through the review on this banner because it does not display all the skills, but the thing I want you guys to take note is that there are some global exclusive abilities here for Mercenary Ramza, it being boost magic when equipped with a robe and boost defense and spirit when equipped with a light shield. Alright, so the boost magic when equipped with a robe, I personally think I'm not a real fan of it. I'll explain why later. And then global exclusive for Meliadu is automatically revive an ally one time, it being auto revive, but then we are unsure of the percentage of the recovery when the unit is auto revived. And then righteousness, boost attack and counter chance. I'll get to it when I'm at it, but I'm gonna go ahead and go into the Reddit page because this Reddit page includes all the enhancements for the units I'm gonna go through. So it's really very good. Credits to all the people who have put in all the effort to make this happen. I believe the person is below, Nasta. So very awesome. Alright, so let's go ahead and start off with Gaffgarion. Gaffgarion, we are going to receive his 6-star form in this. We have already received the 6-star form after the maintenance. So Gaffgarion, we all know him for Bracer. Bracer is a very good Trust Master to get for an accessory. You get 15% HP as well as 30 attack to your 30 base attack. So that's really, really very good. But him as a unit, at his 6-star form, even at his 5-star form, it was pretty underwhelming. Not a lot of people used him. He's like a poor version of Dark Knight Cecil, whereby he has to sacrifice HP to do stuff. So let's take a look at his stats. As you can see, his attack is actually pretty lackluster. Actually, it's not. I wouldn't use the word lackluster. Sorry about that. It's just pretty normal stats. The main reason why he's bad is because of his skill set. His stats are pretty alright. HP being 3.4 is normal. His equipment wise is pretty weird. Daggers, swords, hammers, spears, helms, armor, heavy armor, and accessories. You cannot even put on the normal hat. So that's that. Limit burst, it's Knight Sword. As you can see, single target, 260. It's a very small multiplier, 260 attack with 100% HP drain. While we get the 100% HP drain, I don't really find this very useful because we've always got our healers to back us up. And if your healer is actually dead and you have to rely on this to heal you up, it would probably mean that you're gone case already. Yeah. So anyways, magic spells, he has Gravity, Graviga, resistant to that. Unless you guys actually in the upcoming King Mok event, right, Gravity and Graviga can actually play a very important part in defeating the bonus units, it being Chocobos. Let me just go ahead and flash it up right here. Alright, so no, not this one, it's the Name of Love. So as always, the bonus unit this time is going to be Chocobos. Now Chocobos, from what I understand, they are actually not resistant to Gravity, Graviga, and moves like that. So a lot of players at the lower ranks will not know that, and do not have enough high attack equipment. They haven't farmed their Trust Masters yet. They won't be able to defeat the Chocobo. So from what I understand, you can use Gravity on them, and then you just decrease their HP by 75%. You can finish off from there. So you do not need to feel like, hey, it's Chocobos, you get bonus currency, but you're unable to get those currency. So anyways, that's that. Let's move on. Alright, so his abilities, 50% physical damage. Okay, you get human killer and 30% attack boost. Blade Blitz, you can get that off Odin. 30% chance to counter physical attacks, you get a counter chance. Self treated 60%, 30% defense buff, you'll never use this. Dusk Blade, 140% single target attack with HP, 30% attack with 30% MP drain. This is pretty, I mean the multipliers are all pretty low as can see, and then if you use this, alright, in this move you require to use this move first, and then you get to use 140% AoE one hit physical attack and HP drain add up to attacks. Now all these are not chainable, so it's totally not usable at all, and there's a prerequisite for you to use this to minus 30% of your defense, so that's a no. Attack plus 20%, so he does get 50% attack in passive. Dark Side, lose 30% HP. Nah. If he uses it's lose 40% HP. Nah. So that's Gaffgarion. I think this is the reason why a lot of people are not using him, even at his 6-star form. At his 6-star form, his best attack, his ultimate attack is lose 40% of HP to deal 350% AoE one hit dark physical attack. Now let's take a look at his enhancements. His enhancements are good in the sense that he does not require him to lose more HP, and his multiplier increases, but I don't think I want to go ahead and spend the power crystals to, enhance Gaffgarion. So plus 40% attack, plus 50% attack. So after enhancements, he would receive 80% total attack. That's still not enough in all honesty, because his skill set is all about losing HP to deal damage. Like I mentioned, it's like a mini Dark Knight Cecil. So that's Gaffgarion. Verdict, I wouldn't say this is very good at all. Probably a B or C in my opinion. I would totally want to get him because of his Trust Master though, because his Trust Master is pretty good. Gives you survivability, gives you attack. Definitely a good Trust Master, but not a very good unit. Alright, let's move on to the next unit. And that is Agrias. Alright. So Agrias is similar to Gaffgarion, 4-star, 5-star maximum. We're getting a 6-star awakening. We already got it. As we all know, we call Agrias, his alter ego is called Orlandu. This is because at his 6-star form, his ultimate attack will be called Divine Ruination. It's exactly the same as Orlandu's Divine Ruination, his ultimate attack as well, but without the enhancements of Agrias, we will not be able to perfectly chain with Orlandu, although the move is called the same thing. Alright, so let's I'm actually thinking of doing a video of Agrias 6-star as well as Orlandu side by side on the dummy, and you guys can go ahead and see why Agrias is actually pretty sought after as a 4-star unit, and how he compares side by side to Orlandu. So stay tuned for that. It's on my mind. I'm thinking of how to do it. So yeah. Anyways, his Trust Master reward is a Great Sword, 112 attack, auto protect. It's very good Great Sword as long as you want a unit with elementless Great Sword. This is your go-to Trust Master. 112, I believe, is the highest Great Sword that is elementless for now, and it still gives you auto protect, additional defense. Alright, so actually I realized that I forgot to add one more thing in my, and that is definitely Trust Master. So let's go ahead and add that right in. That is 1, 2, because Trust Master is definitely very important of every unit. Alright, it's a last minute adjustment. Hope you guys didn't mind that. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, something to take note. The Vortex of Desires are actually all open. I don't know if today is the last day, but actually it doesn't matter whether they are all open or not, because you get one free entry to every Vortex of Desire every day. And in my opinion, the only Vortex I always enter is the one that allows you to get Awakening Materials, because that is very good. You get a very high chance of getting Holy Crystals, which is this dude, this mofo right here. And then Heaven's Ash is also pretty hard to come by sometimes. So yeah, be sure to hoard to get as many Heaven's Ash as well as Holy Crystals as you can, because these two units, although they are older units, we already received them for quite a while, they are still bonus units in the upcoming King Mok event. They are at 75% bonus, so definitely do prepare them. As you can see, I already have mine here all prepared. There we go. So I already made him 6-star form. So very proud of Agrias right here, because he finally received his 6-star. A lot of people have been waiting for it. So his stats, his HP pretty similar to Gaffgarion. MP, alright stats, pretty high defense because he has a move. It's not very high, but slightly higher. So yeah, equipment wise, awesome. He can hold like almost everything, if like more than Orlandu actually. Daggers, swords, great swords, katanas, axe, hammers, spears, light shield, heavy shield. Wow. Hats, helms, clothes, armor, heavy armor, accessories. Very awesome. His limit burst, 270% AoE, 1 hit physical attack, and 60% chance to 3-turn stop. Alright, so this is when you max it out, it becomes 390%. 84% chance for 3-turn stop. I think this is a very useful skill, only in the arena in my opinion, because it's AoE attack, and then it has the chance to stop, and as you increase it in the levels, the percentage of stop chances increase. So if you guys do not have Noctis, you guys do not have Amelia, this is your another go-to unit, but it does cost quite high at 16 crystals, so by the time you get this up, your opponent will probably be dead. But hey, it's there for you to use it. So it's not the best, but it's just there. Magic spells, Agrias does get Cure, Protecga, Curaja, and Cura, so it does comes with a little bit of support abilities and healing abilities, but you're most probably not going to use this on 6-star Agrias, because 6-star Agrias is probably going to be your damage dealer, your chainer. So yeah. Now, abilities wise, he gets 30% defense and spirit when equipped with the light shield. I thought okay, so at 6-star he does get this passive whereby he gets 30% defense and spirit when equipped with light shield. Why does he want this passive? Because he has this ability, 30% chance to defend a female ally and reduce 50% physical and magic damage. So when you equip Agrias with more defense and spirit, he mitigates more damage, he takes less damage, he's like a tank. So it's viable for Agrias to become a tank, but honestly speaking, I'll definitely prefer you to use probably Cecil as a tank, and then use him as your damage dealer. So yeah, he does get Blade Blitz as well. It's I think it's Tactics thing, but sadly Orlandu doesn't have it. But anyways, Lance, You get to drain HP, and then single target 30% attack with 10% MP drain. This is pretty good. You get to drain HP as well as MP. The HP is not what you're looking for. It's more of the MP drain that you're looking for. He does get a passive of 20% HP and 10% defense. Awesome survivability. And then Cleansing Strike. I believe this is a carbon copy of Orlandu's Cleansing Strike as well, whereby he attacks 3 times. If let's say you have dual wield, it strikes 6 times. And then he gets a 20% attack. Oh yes, I think the multiplier is slightly lower. I'm not exactly sure. We'll have to probably check it out here. It's taking time to load. Let's find Orlandu. Is that how you spell it? Why can't I find it? Orlandu. 1 of 1. It's pretty weird. Maybe this way. Yep. It has many different spellings. So let's go ahead and take a look at Cleansing Strike for Orlandu. Cleansing Strike. It's actually exactly the same, guys. So yeah, my computer is starting to lag, so I'm gonna close some tabs right here. As you can see, 3 times 100%. It's the exact same thing, carbon copy. So yep. Okay. Move on. 100. He gets full break. All right. Let's not forget about that. He gets full break already at his 5-star form. So yeah, that's it's there for you to use if you need it. But take note that this is single target. Unlike if you guys already have Warrior of Light, you probably want to use Warrior of Light's break instead, because it's AOE, and then it's 45% break. Although it is attack and magic, and then defense and spirit, there are 2 different breaks. But this one is everything in one, but this single target. So yep. And then mentioned about this, and then it's 160% single target, 5 hit physical attack plus ignore 50% defense, and single target 3 turn minus 50% light resist. Holy Explosion, Divine Ruination, you want to call it. It's the same as this, but as mentioned, without his enhancements, you are unable to chain perfectly with Orlandu. But then this is 160%, this is 200%. So it's a definite. You cannot expect a 4-star to get the 5-star form, but at least we're getting the ability to chain off a 4-star right now, so that's very good. Alright, let's take a look at his enhancements. We are not sure when it's gonna come, but we are definitely looking forward to this. Full break. He gets single target 3 turn minus 30% all element resist, so he gets Imperial for minus 30% when you enhance his full break +1 +2. He gets 5 turn, so instead of both effects becoming for 3 turns, it becomes 5 turns. And then he gets this 20% attack with Great Sword. Alright, so he gets Great Sword Mastery when you equip. Sorry, when you equip. He gets Great Sword Mastery when you enhance his support move. It's actually his passive. When you equip with Light Shield and plus 20% attack with Great Sword. So if you're using him as a damage dealer, the 30% defense and spirit when equipped with a Light Shield is not really gonna be very useful to you. But when you buff enhance him up to +2, you get 50% off a Great Sword. So that's very awesome. And then finally, Holy Explosion, when you enhance it to +2, it finally becomes the normal version of Orlandu's Divine Ruination. It's 200%. 7 hit is exactly the same thing. So yep. The thing is, I'm not sure if the frames are exactly the same. So that's exactly what I'm gonna find out in the cost move. No, this tells you the Holy Explosion, the frames. It does not tell you, but I would suppose, because I read the forums and they said as long as you as long as Agrias receives his enhancements and you enhance Agrias's Holy Explosion, he'll be able to chain perfectly with Orlandu, and that makes sense. But as of now, with his unenhanced Holy Explosion, you'll be unable to chain with Orlandu. So definitely go ahead and get 2 Agriases, and then you'll be able to chain with one another. Plus, he's a bonus unit in the upcoming King Kong event, so there's no reason for you not to go ahead and use him. So let's move on to the next character, and that is Orran. From what I understand, I think Orran is Orlandu's son, but he is his. I don't think it's he's very similar to Cid at all. He's very weird in the sense that he gets some global exclusives. Let me just go ahead. Global. Alright, I'm not sure why the Japanese one came up. Alright, so his global exclusives are pretty. I believe he gets dual. No, does he get dual cast? I think he gets dual cast. Orran, past it. Alright, so global exclusive, use magic twice in one turn. So that's actually pretty weird in the sense that the only magic he really has is Meteor, from what I understand. So yeah. Alright, so his Trustmaster is, I think it's a Materia. Sorry, this is not the way you should do it. It's a material whereby you get a skill. It's a 2-turn 40% damage reduction. So that's his Trustmaster. I don't think you'd really want to farm this up, simply because we all know near banner is coming. We got 9S. 9S will be able to damage mitigate for us. So this is meh. So yeah, stats wise, pretty low HP, 3.2. It's pretty common because it's a mage. MP, it's for a mage, it's not actually very high as well. Defense, magic, it's actually pretty. Alright, so equipments wise, he can hold daggers, staffs, rods, musical instrument, hats, clothes, armor, rope, and accessory. And then for his limit burst, he has 270% AoE, 10 hit magic attack, and 60% chance 5 turn to stop. And then it's pretty similar to Agrias's limit burst, but then his is a 10 hit magic attack. Similar cost, and then if you level it up, you get increase in chance to stop, and increase in multiplier. But then again, so he gets gravity as well, gets Cura, there we go, Meteor, Protecga, Shelga. So I suppose this is what these are all the only abilities that you can dual cast with the global enhancement to give him dual cast. So you don't really want to dual cast Graviga, you don't really want to dual cast Gravity, probably Cura, but then you probably have a better healer. Protecga, Shelga definitely, but then that would be a one turn off kind of thing, and you probably have a, like nowadays your units, like for example, let's take for example Riku in her kit, she already has defense and spirit into her limit burst coupled with re-raise. So this is reflect, single target 3 turn reflect 100% damage of one attack. Now this is interesting, but I'm not sure if this only reflects magic damage or even what do you call that, physical damage. So that's his ultimate move actually at 6-star form, reflect. But it's single target, it's not like you apply it on the entire team. So you'll probably want to apply this on your tank, and then you'll reflect the damage. So yeah, that's an idea right there. His abilities: cast this, single target, 20% defense and 40% spirit. Now this is single target, so it's not really very useful. Entrust, he does have Entrust in his kit, so that's good. AoE 1000 HP. He does have a heal, but it's an ability, so you can't dual cast it. But if it in the case that you have Orran and then you have a mission that says, for example, in the Agrias trial, you won't be able to cast any spells. So if you have Orran, you'll be able to use his heal, and you won't jeopardize your missions. But then again, I don't think his mission is to heal. So let us carry on and find out what more he does. AoE 5 turn, 50% attack. Alright. But I think Nymphelia can do a better job. MP 20%, AoE self 30 MP recovery. Self 30%, 30 MP recovery. So for 60 MP, you'll be able to recover your entire party's MP by 30, but then he falls short. He won't be able to recover any MP at all. And from what I can see, he does not have auto refresh. He does not have MP recovery in his kit for himself. So that's actually pretty bad, because I think he will run out of MP pretty quickly. Unlike Tilith, although her move costs 99 MP, she does have 10% MP recovery a turn. So that's that. AoE 5 turn plus 50% magic as well. He does get 20% magic in his passive, and then he gets this random move very similar to Ace, whereby it's a 25% chance whereby he can AoE 3 turn auto revive, AoE 200 HP heal. Honestly, you're not really gonna use this simply because it's so random. And then AoE 3 turn plus 40% all elements resist, and AoE turn plus 50% magic and spirit. Now this is the only legit move that I see people probably using. Now let's take a look at his enhancements here. His random moves at +2 becomes 24%, 23%, 23%, 15%, and 15%. The rarer ones, it being AoE 3 turn auto revive with 60% HP and an AoE 3000 HP heal. Now, I don't think this is very good at all, simply because if you get this, if you wanna, because it's not really very reliable, you're not really sure what you're gonna get. So and it takes healing crysts. I'm not really gonna use this unless you really only have Orran as your healer, but I doubt so, because there are the chances of getting Raffia nowadays is actually pretty high. I'll actually lean towards Raffia than this guy as your healer. And then if you want to use him as a mage, he's not very magey as well. Then his legit move here, +2 AoE 3 turn plus 50% all element resist, and AoE 3 turn plus 50% magic and spirit. It's very weird, because if this was defense and spirit, it would be more useful, but magic and spirit, so it's pretty weird. Yeah, and then this one requires you to cast something first before you can use so honestly it's gonna be a bench warmer. Not really gonna use him at all. His Trust Master is also not very good, in fact not good at all. So Orran is a definite it's actually pretty worse than Gaffgarion, simply because Gaffgarion, actually you can still get his Trust Master, but him, nah. Alright, next, let's take a look at Meliadu. As we know, Meliadu was receiving some global exclusive upgrades. Her Trust Master is pretty alright, 55 defense and 30 spirit, so I think it's a rope. Yeah, as you can see there, it's a rope. Skills: MP plus 15%, so you do get a passive of MP plus 15% with a robe. It's a pretty defensive robe, so truck is coming, so I gotta turn off, like close the window so it doesn't affect. Alright, so her stats here 3.5. Alright, that's pretty high. MP, I think her MPs is higher than this mage dude right here, 176, 174. Alright, so 2 MP lesser. Alright, attack 135, defense, magic spirit. The main thing is her HP, in my opinion, at least is not very cui. Equipment wise, she also can hold quite a number of equipments: swords, great sword, katana, bows, spears, knuckles, light shield, heavy shield, hats, helms, clothes, armor, heavy armor, robe. That's actually a lot. Alright, her limit burst is a AoE 2-hit physical attack which ignores 50% defense, so it's pretty useful, I would say. Magic spells, light attack with 100% spirit as magic. So it's one of those very funny units that you wanna pump up their spirit, and then they get one of these moves whereby you use spirit as magic. It's very weird. And then she has auto refresh, recover 5% MP per turn, and then plus 20% spirit, so that's pretty good. 30% chance to counter physical attacks. This is the cleansing strikes. It's exactly the same as Orlandu's one and Agrias's. Plus 20% MP, helm break. So from what I understand, she's a breaker. Her role is a breaker, so she does get helm break, but it just breaks one stat with one move. That's pretty sad. She has helm break, shield break, mind break, and weapon break, it being all 40%, 180% multiplier, and it's a one-hit physical attack. So I wouldn't really recommend you using this, simply because we have Warrior of Light. So Warrior of Light can do 45%, and it does 2 stats in one move. Although you can't attack with it, but I rather sacrifice. I value the turns more than the minuscule damage that I'm gonna receive right here. And then single target 5 turn plus 45% defense and spirit. I don't really think this is very useful at all, simply because it's single target. And then single target plus 100% magic. I think it's you're not really gonna use her as one slot in your team for this. And then you get AoE, finally a AoE buff, but then it's only 1 turn for 60% magic, so meh. And then her enhancements wise, Hellcry Punch 250%. Oh, there we go. We finally wait. Hellcry Punch. Where is it? Why didn't I see it here? Oh, there we go. We do actually get 2 stats debuffed for. Oh, but it's single target. Meh. Although you do get to attack, but it's single target. So if you fight something like, for example, Antanola, for example, all the plant parts, you won't be able to debuff all of them at once. So yeah, that explains itself. This is still single target. You increase the multiplier, and then you increase the amount of break 50%, but it's still single target. So yeah, recover 5% MP, recover 10% MP, and then plus 40% defense and spirit. So she's sort of like a breaker and like a mini tank at the same time. I wouldn't really say tank, but like she's a very durable breaker. Yeah, because she doesn't have any tanking skills, but she's a very durable breaker that won't really die. Yeah, single target 5 turn, 15% damage. Oh, I see. So now we do get damage reduction in the picture with her enhancement here, but then it's single target. So there goes her enhancements. You're not really gonna get it. crush armor, still single target, 50%. So this is actually, I mean, if you guys understand that you guys are going to go ahead and fight a single target boss, it will be pretty useful. But then after breaking, I mean, she's usable definitely. In my opinion, she's gonna be like a C plus, B minus kind of character. Usable, but you wouldn't use her in every instance. She wouldn't be game breaking. So, yeah. And plus, in global, we have Ling. If you guys do not have Ling, you can also use her. Yeah. Alright, so the next unit, we're moving on to the 5-star units. Let me just go ahead and drink up because my throat is. Alright. Moving on to 40 minutes right here. It's pretty long review video because we have so many units on this banner. Alright, so Mercenary Ramza. We all know that he's gonna get his global enhancements of 50% magic when equipped with rope, and what's more, I think the light shield. When you equip a light shield on him, you get a 15% defense and spirit bonus. First and foremost, his Trustmaster is actually pretty good. 3 defense. Crazy about the 3 defense accessories, man. 3 defense, 3 magic. Oh my god. But it gives you HP 20%, MP 20%, attack 20%, as well as magic 20%. So from the way I look at it, this would greatly benefit. Just for the 20% attack alone, it's actually already pretty good. In my opinion, I immediately want this to go on my Noctis. First and foremost, because it will greatly benefit his flasking skills. Second, it's Noctis does not have any auto refresh, MP recovery on global side yet, so giving him more MP would definitely benefit him more. Give him HP plus 20% as well. Good to get more survivability. So yeah, if you guys are not in the loop yet, Noctis's flask abilities are actually hybrid damage, so this 20% attack and 20% magic is greatly beneficial. But if let's say you want to go ahead and use this on your mage for the 20% magic, I wouldn't recommend that because we have accessories such as Vanille's TM that will give 30% magic and 30% spirit, if I remember correctly. And then we still got the Grace, the robot girl, I think her goggles, she gives 25% magic, 25% MP, and I think 25% spirit, from what I remember. Alright, so moving on to his stats, his HP is actually pretty high, 3.6. Reason being, he can be a tank. So yeah, MP is also alright, because we all know Ramza can cast Ultima. It's a Ramza thing, but sadly his magic is actually pretty low at 120. So that's that. Spirit is also pretty lackluster at 117. So yeah, equipments, he can actually hold a myriad of equipments. Actually almost not everything, but more of the very common items. But if you want to use him as a mage, which is very weird because they are giving him 50% magic increase if you equip him with a rope, but then you cannot equip him with any rods or any staffs. So there goes his mage capabilities. So yeah, his limit burst, 270% AoE, 1 hit physical attack plus ignore 50% defense and AoE stat buff removal. Alright, so this is pretty useful in the sense that whereby you get debuff, your entire team gets debuffed. You can go ahead and use his limit burst and remove that. So yeah, pretty good limit burst, I would say. So he has magic spells as mentioned. It's a Ramza thing, Cura, AoE heal, very good. He has Esunaga, from what I understand this is called Esunaga, whereby you cure your status ailments. Wait, or is this Asuna? Cause this AoE cure poison. No, this doesn't heal, so I think it's called. It's supposed to be Asunaga, if I'm not wrong. No. Let me check. Mercenary. Ramza. Let me check on the wiki here. This is wait. Is this the right one? Yeah, it's the right one. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's called Asunaga. Cure poison, blind, sleep, silence, paralyze, confuse to all allies. So yeah, but it does not include stone. So that's pretty sad right there. All right. Raise. He does get raise as well. Some mini support abilities, healing abilities. Ultima, as mentioned, he does get Ultima, but then he does not have dual cast, so I have no idea why you'd give him 50% magic, give him Ultima. I mean, Ultima is fine because, like, you know, it's a Ramza thing, but then you want to give him global enhancements, and then you give him 50% magic with a rope, and then you don't give him dual cast, but you give dual cast on a character like Orran. Confused. Really confused. So, as mentioned, he can be a tank, 75% chance to defend an ally from physical damage, reduce 50% physical and magic damage. He has buffing as well, 50% attack and magic, very good. Offensive, I like this because offensive buffs are, you know, together, and then hopefully he does have some defensive buffs as well. What's his defense and spirit buff? Don't tell me he doesn't get it. Alright, so he does not have any defense and spirit buff, or maybe I'm missing it. So let's move on first. He does get stone throw, single target 400 damage attack. Not gonna bother with that. Counter tackle, 30% chance to counter physical attacks, always good to have in the arena as well. 20% defense, 20% spirit, 20% HP, 20%. Wow! His passives are actually pretty good. And then he still has attack below here. Alright. Okay, he does get weapon break. It's a single target, 40% attack debuff. It's similar to Meliadoul's one, but I won't really use him to break the attack unless, you know, like emergency, like, you know, your Warrior of Light needs to use the light is with us, and then he can't break, so you need to go ahead and use this. He has mind break as well, meh. Plus 50% attack when equipped with the head. Wow. Plus 50% defense when equipped with a helm. So depending on whether you want him to become your physical attacker, usually physical attackers will wear the black cowl, which is a hat. So it coincides well with the equipment that you are getting, 50% attack for him to become an attacker. And then if you helm on him, usually with more defense, he does get a passive of 50% defense. So that's very good. I think the fact that when Global gave him the 50% magic, I think it's like, you know, they want to put an extension of this part here with 50% magic, but then like I think they failed miserably. He does get auto refresh at 5% MP per turn, 20% attack as mentioned, 250% single target 8 hit physical attack plus ignore 25% defense. Now this is his bread and butter skill for damage, but then at 250% single target 8 hit, although it's chainable, but it being 250%, from what I understand, if you take away the ignore 225% defense, I think it's 233.33333%, and then he gets 100% against all ailments resist, but this does not include stop or charm, that kind of rubbish ailments resist. But in the arena, the only thing that can stop him is Blizzard Flask. Okay, so anyways, so yeah, let's take a look at his enhancements. 100% or charm immunity. Alright, so he does get charm immunity when he gets +1 enhancements, and then but he does not get stop immunity though. Plus 15% all elements resist, so that's very good in the sense that he gets extra tanking capabilities. And then this one, his when you enhance his bread and butter attacking skill, 300% single target 8 hit physical attack plus ignore 25% defense. This is the same as the +1 enhanced version, but if you use it at the +2 enhanced version, you get to increase weapon and mind break to 60%. If used after this, which is this skill, essentially is bread and butter damage skill. So yeah, pretty alright. 50% attack plus 30% magic with equipped with a hat. So you do get additional passives. Oh, so he does get. Wow, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enhancements in one character. So he gets a lot of different passive boosts. It being, if you want him to be your attacker, you can go ahead and enhance this move whereby he gets 80% attack when equipped with a hat. You want him to become your tanker, he gets 80% defense when equipped with a helm, but you need to go ahead and enhance his respective passive. Second wind plus 100% attack and magic. Wow, that's actually pretty good. But then again, with the normal Ramza, after his enhancements are out, when he's singing, you'll definitely get this 100% attack and magic as well. So that's something to take note of. 100% chance to defend an ally target. So at his maximum enhanced move, he gets 100% chance to defend the target. So if let's say you buff that certain character, right? Let's say a very good example to use this is let's say you have Luneth. You use Luneth, you decreased his defense to buff his attack, and then you go ahead and use, oh shit, but the attack buff does not stack. Meh. Okay, so but nevertheless, you'll have like a glass cannon, like maybe the Agrias trial. You buff a character's attack to very high, and you know Agrias' left fist is definitely gonna target that guy. You go ahead and use this. Ramza will die, but your attacker will still remain intact. So yeah. So that's Mercenary Ramza. All in all, I personally think that this guy is pretty alright. He's kind of like all over the place in my opinion, but if you get him through like maybe like YOLO ticket, and then you happen to get him, or maybe dailies will come back and you get him off a daily, congrats to you, because it's actually one of the better 5 stars than probably Queen. Alright, so let's move on to the last unit of the banner. This is going on to almost an hour. This is very long. It's very taxing whenever I upload such a long video. But anyways, I know that you guys don't really like to watch long videos as well, but the banner being so many units. Alright, so let's move on to the last guy, Knight Delita. He is like the most sought after unit in the banner for sure. Why? Because his Trustmaster, if I'm not wrong, has the best in slot heavy armor for a very long time. I think in JP this is still like the best in slot armor for tanks. I'm not very sure, but looking at all the tanks my whale friends have on JP, they are still using this. 72 defense, you get 28 spirit, and then you still get 15% HP out of it. So super good. You compare this to Maximilian gives you, I think, 56 defense, and that's it, or 60 something defense. It's definitely lower than 72. Yeah. Okay, stats wise, if you take note, Knight Delita, although his TM is defensive TM, you take a look at his attack, it's 155, guys. If I'm not wrong, 155 is behind Oilif by 1 point. Oilif has a base attack of 156, and we all know how painful Oilif is. Oilif is a very good attacker. Delita is also going to be a very good attacker. but the very sad thing is that he has no one to chain with except for himself. Alright, so attack 155, that is the stat that stands out the most. Take a look at his equipment. He can hold all the very good equipments as well, including great swords, katanas. He can hold shields as well, hats, helms, heavy armor, clothes. So clothes very good, simply because if you guys have for example brave suit, you can go ahead and put it on him. Accessories, limit burst is a, let me see here, 290 single target 4 hit physical attack and single target 3 turn attack and magic debuff, and then if you max it out it becomes 64%. Alright, so it's a pretty good limit burst. It's not a must, I wouldn't call it a must level up, but I wouldn't level up this limit burst, simply because limit burst pots are pretty hard to come by, and you need a load of them in order to max out a unit. So yeah, I wouldn't go ahead and max this out. It's good, but not good enough for me to spend my limit burst pots on. Alright, so he does get a counter chance with a certain move, and this move is 200% single target 2 hit physical attack, 2 hits, so you still get some limit burst crystals from there. Very good. Self 100 damage, attack and AoE accept self 1000 HP heal with 3.4 times mod. So basically you damage yourself to heal your team. So yeah, defense plus 20%, stasis sword, it's a 30% chance to stop a unit, but it's single attack. So yeah, this would be very good if let's say it was maybe a AoE, but then it's single target. So yeah, 30% attack, so 30% attack in passive, 180% single target 1 hit physical attack and single target 5 turn minus 40% weapon break. So it's similar to Meliadu at the same time. Hellcry punch, Meliadu's move as well. 30% HP, 20% defense, those are passives. 180% single target 1 hit physical attack and single target shield break. Actually, why am I repeating this? Sometimes I repeat it and I'm like, hey, why is this so familiar? Or actually shield break. I'm sorry, I should totally read the name first. So he does get ailments resist, blind, sleep, paralyze. Sadly, no confuse resist. Yeah, I would totally sacrifice the blind because blind is not that damaging. But confuse is. So yeah, this is cast. What's this move? Cast this. Single target. Is it this one? Alright, so oh yes, this is single target 60 HP heal 1.2 recover 5 MP per turn. Alright, so he does get like a mini auto refresh coupled with auto regen. So yeah, that's actually pretty awesome. In my opinion, not really a lot of units have this, but the 5 MP per turn is what is the most important. Alright, lightning stab, the exact similar thing that Orlandu does have. Do I still have Orlandu here? Orlandu. Nope. Alright, there we go. 230% single target, 6 hit physical attack and 30% silence. 230%, is it exactly the same? Yep, it's exactly the same thing. It's a carbon copy as well. This takes 25 MP, this takes 25 MP as well. So you can actually chain this with Orlandu if you have one. But this is not the main move you're gonna use to it's his lightning Landu. If you want to call it, because he has Imperial for Thunder, so Thunder Landu. If you want to call it, that's his chaining move. But sadly, as mentioned, he is good. Knight Delita is a good unit, but similar to Folan is also a very good unit. But the reason why he's not very good and Knight Delita is not very good is because not a lot of people will have Knight Delita and Folan as their leaders. so you won't be able to, you know, take another friend unit to chain with unless you go ahead and pull for 2 Night Deleters or 2 Folens. So yeah. Yes, his passive, he does get 30% attack when equipped with a sword and 20% when equipped with a heavy armor. So that's 50% right there. If you go ahead and couple this with... Actually, this is... Isn't this Dark Knight Soul? So he does have Dark Knight Soul in his kit. So you couple this with another Dark Knight Soul, that's another 50% attack. So, yeah. I can see the potential of him hitting the cap, the 300% attack cap, very, very soon with his enhancements. But yeah, so this 50%, he does get another 30% here, so that's 80%. You include another Dark Knight, so that's 130. You include another 3 you include a Great Sword Mastery, so that's 180. You include another 2 more 30% attack, so that's total of 240% or 260%, no, 240%. So we're already at 240% attack. Alright, so yeah, his enhancements here, I believe this is his ultimate move. Alright, his ultimate move is here, 275% single target. No. Why is it 1 hit? It's not supposed to be 1 hit. His chaining move is this, single target 8 hit. Wait, this is very weird. I thought I saw... Why is it 1 hit? His chain... yes, okay, his chaining move is this, but it is to add thunder to attack. So you have to go ahead and use his Imperial move first. It's a single target 1 hit. And then you'll go ahead and use his chaining move right here, add thunder to attacks to element chain. Alright, that explains the combo. So now it's 275% single target, minus 60% instead of the original 50%, so that's pretty good. 35% chance to counter instead of a 20% or 30%. 30% chance to counter, so now it increases to 35% chance to counter. And then 200%, it counters with a better, instead of 2 single target 3 turn. Oh, so it counters and then it debuffs the enemy's defense. Then his passive wise, he gets a 60% attack when equipped with sword, and then 40% attack when equipped with heavy armor. So that's an additional 30 plus 20. So that's another additional 50% after enhancements. So you definitely can reach the cap very easily with this guy. My general thoughts is that this guy is definitely worth to pull, but guys, the banner is this banner has like, whoa, this banner has so many units. It's very difficult to. This guy is worth it in my opinion. He's pretty good, but he's not game breaking. But his Trustmaster is definitely worth going for. So with the video going on for like so long already, wait, where did my notes go? Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so with the video going on so long already, I think I'll just go ahead and drop my verdict on this banner, whether you should or should not go on this banner. My verdict is, if you are free to play, no. Like you should not pull on this banner. Even I will not pull on this banner for my free to play account. I will save my lapis to buy the bundles every day. Simply because if you collect these 2 tickets every day, you're gonna get 14 tickets in total, and I think this is gonna be on for a week. So 14 tickets here, another 7 tickets here, you're gonna get a total of 20 plus tickets. Coupled with the King Mock, you're gonna get another, probably a total of 30 tickets. Then you combine all of that together with your ticket stash. Be ready for Nier, guys. The Nier banner is near. Alright? Be ready for it. Save up for it. Simply because you do not want to miss out on the Nier banner, guys. I'm gonna put this out there first because it's a limited banner. Alright? You guys are probably feeling it. Oh, I don't have Tilith. Shit! Now you guys are feeling it. It's gonna be the exact same thing when the Nier banner hits. once it's over, it's over. You're not gonna get 9S, you're not gonna get 2B, you're not gonna get 210, you're not gonna get anyone else. So resist the urge to pull, save all your tickets, make sure you have enough resources for the near banner. It's been a very long video. Thanks a lot for sticking with me. If you guys like this video, please smash the like button, give it a thumbs up, and then if you are not subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe. And all the best in your pulls. I'll probably do a few pulls simply because the Knight Delita's heavy armor is best in slot, but my free-to-play account is the definite no-no. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.